Welcome back to You're Not Gonna Like This. This is episode 34, The Eyes of the Beholder. And I chose this name because, as they say, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And with that being said, we have a lash technician with us. So, eyes, beauty of the beholder. You ain't pick it up by now. I don't know what to tell you. And with us today, we have Chari. So, you can introduce yourself?
Yeah. All right, y'all. So, I am Achari Simpson, a grad from George Mason. That's how I know Ira. I'm originally from Richmond, Virginia. I am 23 years old, and I'm currently located in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And I went to vacation in Charlotte this past summer.
How was it? It was good.
Nice. I really like Charlotte.
Yeah, come to the Queen City. We're recruiting. Everybody come down.
It's real nice. I wish I went to the city more. Spent too much time going to the food spots because you had to go to barbecue. And have you heard the original Pancake House?
No, I have not.
Definitely go try that. Definitely go try that.
Okay.
Me and my boy tried that. It's better than IHOP and Waffle House. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put that in my notes.
Definitely go. But before we get started, this is a new series we have, guys, called the Small Business Series. And the name kind of fits what's going on here. We recognize mainly small businesses, those like Shaw or any other business that's kind of small and upcoming and building. That's what we're here to do. We recognize those, give them a platform to tell them what their business is about, speak on their business, and, tell them what really goes on in the inner works of what they do. Right. So with that being said, my first question for you is, what led you to becoming a lash technician?
All right. So when I went to Mason, I started my undergrad in fall of 2016. And I wasn't a big makeup person at the time. So I was just getting into like eyelashes. So I know you're a male, you might not know all these things. But yeah, so I got into the strip lashes and we'll go to parties and stuff. We're just going out, like dinner, things like that. I was like, okay, I want to look cute. I mean, just to enhance myself. So I started putting lashes on. And then at the time, like girls were like, see me, I'm like, oh, who did your lashes? I'm like, these are just strips, things like that. And at one point I was like, I want to start, getting a little events in my work instead of the strips. So that's when I had the idea of learning how to do individual extensions. And that was in 2016, but busy full-time in college, working 2-3 jobs a semester. I just didn't feel like I had the time to go and get my education on that skill. Anybody's watching this, whatever it is, please make time to do what you need to do with what you want to do in life. Entrepreneurship can be scary, but you got to start somewhere. So start with one step, and then it's gonna all work out. I feel like I'm still in this realm of trying to figure it out, but I do see the progression. But yeah, so that's how I got started in doing lashes.
Well, you made a good point. Making time for the things you actually want to do in life is really, really important. Right. Let's be honest with ourselves, the 9 to 5s for 35 years. I personally don't know how my mother did it or any of my parents. I don't know, power to y'all, but today you just got to do what you want to do, because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody will,
Right.
Podcast. Let me see, this is September now, so we've gone about a year, just over a year.
Yay.
We've been doing good things. It's good to say this would be season 3 now, and continually growing and getting better every day, and actually starting to get the hang of what I'm doing here.
Right. And just to piggyback off of that, what I told you was the introduction of how I got the idea, and then I actually went into the concept of really getting it done in July of 2020. So I'm a little bit over a year. So I took my first lash class July 2020. It was in the midst of the pandemic. Pandemic started March of 2020, and I felt stagnant. I was about to graduate. Things were getting shaky. I was like, whoa. I was supposed to have 2 full-time jobs coming out of college, but now the world is shut down. So I was like, okay, I got to go back to square one. What is something that I would enjoy in this time, in this season? And it was scary because I didn't know what was going on with the pandemic. So I kind of just took the skill, met up with one lady, learned how to do lashes, and I was stagnant with my skill because I didn't want to get sick, and I didn't want to risk getting anybody else sick at the time. And then as time went on and we started to understand the virus a little bit more, I felt a little bit more comfortable with starting my services. So around, I would say like November, December of 2020, going into 2021, that's when I was actually doing lashes and really jumping out there doing in-home services. So people would come to me, or I would even travel. So I offer mobile services at first too. So yeah, that's a little bit about the second part of ItsChaBeauty.
Well, you heard it first. If this reaches the 704, I think.
Yeah.
It's 704. I thought so. If this reaches
Mhm.
704, well, you know that she travels all over the city of Charlotte. So
Right. Mm-hmm.
sign up for your lashes today, ladies. Sign up for your lashes
A
today.
little Instagram DM to get those appointments in.
Yep. And just as you said that, my next question is, what made you choose ICB or ItsChaBeauty, if I pronounced that correctly?
Yeah,
What
you
made you
did.
choose the name?
So at George Mason, I had this opportunity my sophomore year in the summer to do a summer entrepreneurship like class business. It was kind of like a baby Shark Tales. That's the best way to explain it. And I was under Morgan Fitzpatrick, MTF Cosmetics as well. So shout out to her. And I was just getting a lot of nuggets from people that was running like $1 million businesses and people who've been there, done that. And I had a personal conversation with Mr. David. He was my mentor. And he was like, if you ever start a business, make it personal. And also don't seclude yourself in one round. So a lot of lash technicians, if you see them, it's like Brittany does lashes or Mink Lash by da 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 da. It's always lashes in their name. But I was like, maybe one day I will be an esthetician, drop my lip gloss line, might do facials, might do all the beauty things. Why I put myself in one box. So I was like, okay, that's why I say ItsChaBeauty. So Sha is my nickname. So people call me Chari, but when you get more and more in tune with me, you start to call me Sha. So CHA. And then, you know, like it's comedy, what's his name? Mike Epps. It was like, it's your booty, not your beauty, something like that. So when I thought about that, I was like, oh, I could do ItsChaBeauty. So I put it all together and that's how I got my name.
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. You know, I like that you took the approach of like just leaving all your options open and not restricting,
Right.
because that's the best way to make your business grow. You know, same way with things over here. You know, when I first started, I was a sports guy. If you know me personally, really about my sports, and I learned that sports ain't the best way to really grow things. You got to talk about anything and everything. So that's why I love culture. So I do some sports lives. I do some politics lives. You know,
Right.
Twitter
It's all the same.
Twitter conversations.
Right.
Whatever comes about that's how I just do it. You know, I just sit, whatever comes to the mind, write it down. If it sounds good and it's time to record an episode, then I invite who I need to invite, and we just rock it out.
Right.
So then the follow-up question is like, so lash technicians get paid very well no matter where they go. So, you know, what initially led to say, all right, I just want my own business and not just, you know, be a regular lash technician?
And what do you mean by like regular lash technician?
Well,
Like,
I mean, because I think okay, so first off, I'm not really knowledgeable on lash technicians. So I don't know I don't know where you would find one that works in a normal place. Would it be a waxing center?
you can have a lash studio, or you might work in a spa, or you might work in a beauty salon. So it just depends on where you're at in location and who is in charge of those spaces. Or you can launch your own thing and just open up your own studio. But right now I'm working at a Lit Lash candle bar. So we are the first Black-owned candle bar in Charlotte. So you can come there and make your own candles, but you also have the option, if you come and pop up, you can get your lashes done. So it's me and my lash technician, other lash technician there. Her name is Leah. So we both do lashes in that space. So yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. I see you breaking barriers. You got your own business. You got a Black-owned business in Charlotte. Power to you. Power to you. Power to you. So then let's take a turn here. So a lot of times, you know, men are came at as being insecure with things as just getting pedicures, manicures, getting any beauty work outside of a haircut, which is normal for most guys.
Right.
Would you feel comfortable? Do you think men or your significant other, for a better example, should be comfortable with getting their lashes done? Would you like to see men dabble?
I've never had a male customer. since I've been doing this, and I've never had a male reach out to me. But I've had some males like say, like, if you need help with training, like, I'm willing to go down the table and let you do my lashes, but you need to take them off when they're done. But the crazy thing is, males have the most beautiful lashes. Like, I don't know why, but y'all have like way more lashes than the average female. It's crazy. Every time I look at my male friends' lashes, I'm like, you have some nice lashes. So I don't think men necessarily would have to get their lashes done. But if it's a personal preference and they want to get them done, I will offer that service. I'm not against it. But honestly, men typically don't need it done because y'all got the full.
Well, I don't know. I've never paid close attention to those.
Well, the average human has 60 to 90 lashes on one eye. And you might not believe it because it looks so like, you don't have that many. But when you go ahead and isolate, so what I do is I take my tweezers, I have two, and I take one and I isolate and I separate each one. I apply single lash to each lash. So when I'm looking at some people's lashes, they have at least probably like 60, and some people have 90. And some people have one layer, some people have 2 layers of lashes, some people have 3 layers of lashes. So it gets crazy. It gets crazy.
Nice. And I bet that you can basically compare that to like, being a barber if you really want to. You got real fine work there,
Right. It takes precision.
People say one long plucking the wrong way, somebody gonna be mad.
Oh yeah.
Eyes, eyes is sensitive. Like you touch somebody out the wrong way, they ain't.
Right.
Not going to deal with you. Not going to deal with you at all. That's tough. But so, dang, these questions went faster than I anticipated.
Talk about like the eye experience. With like making sure that if you ever become a lash technician, that sanitation is critical. Like you said with barbers, like we use Barbicide, so we dip all of our tools in that blue liquid, cleaning all of our tools 24/7 after each client. Like it's wiping down everything, especially with COVID. You have to make sure that you are doing that because it's up close and personal. So if anybody gets services from me, you have to have on a mask. I'm wearing a mask. I'm not playing those games. So that's a little bit about the sanitation when it comes to being a lash technician in this day and moving on. So
okay. That's good. Anything else you want to add before I go with the next question?
I think I'm good. We can go.
So then my next question is, what's next for ItsChaBeauty? And follow up in a double question is, what's next for yourself as well?
Okay. So what's next for ItsChaBeauty? So I started this, like I said, a year ago, and I was just in my house doing lashes, trapping out the basement, right? Now, a year later, I'm looking at myself. I'm actually in a legit shop. That's a big move, especially in the season of being in COVID and pandemic. Like, your faith, you can have all the faith, but in reality, as a human, you get anxious, things like that. So you can kind of get like questionable about what's going on. But a year from now, I would love to see the door opening of my own shop, like ItsChaBeauty on the billboard. I have different lash technicians. I have estheticians in there doing work. Maybe a girl that's a beautician, a whole beauty bar for women, and whoever. So that's next up on my list. So in the future, but hopefully in January 2022, we will be launching our strip lash line. So me being, from Richmond and coming from Northern Virginia, being there for 6 years, most of my clientele was in Virginia. So now I'm like, okay, how can I still give them ItsChaBeauty? So I'm going to drop some stuff on e-commerce coming up soon, January 2022. So I'm excited for that. And even expanding to like lip glosses. So I've been thinking about that too as well. So beauty products coming in, dropping. And I've been thinking about actually training people to learn how to do lashes. So stepping up in the leadership realm of lash technicians. So yeah, so that's next. And for self, taking over Charlotte, okay. Coming to the new city, it was crazy. Like I just woke up one day and I was like, I gotta move. And it was a brave step because I had my consistent clientele in Northern Virginia, my family is up there, my loved one, my friends. So I had to get out of my boat of comfort and really like leap with faith with God and come down to Charlotte and start all over. And I'm starting to see the progression is slow, but it's still steady. And I know there's more to come. So that's next. I'm in my master's program too at George Mason. So hopefully finishing up soon. Yeah, big things. It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Yeah, that's good to hear. It's nice to hear that they got everything planned out. And I hope you obtain it. You seem like you off to a good start. You know, like I said earlier, breaking barriers. Already got your black-owned shop. Yeah. Hopefully, 5-6 months from now, I'll see you on your profile. You got a whole nice little building. Yeah. All the chairs, all the studios lined up, and you ready to ball out.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, and have you come down here, have a podcast right there in the shop.
I'll definitely next time if I come to Charlotte again, I'll definitely look forward.
Yeah, hit me up. Let me know.
I will do. I definitely will. My sister go to Virginia Tech, and she want to go to Charlotte because me and my boy went to Charlotte. So
okay,
I'll definitely come down there. She like getting her lashes done too, so I definitely.
Okay, like I said, I got sis.
I get down there. That sounds good. That sounds good. But I guess I'll follow my answers because I guess it's a 2-part question. So for the podcast itself, I right now just started season 3. You know, with 32, now with 34. I just say continually grow for the podcast at this point. Like, got a decent following, so I just got to keep adding, keep expanding, more guests, more different topics, just to branch out even more. I've added 2 hosts, so it's outside of just me and PJ now. I got PJ's a sports host, but then I got a society culture host, and then I also got another sports host for football because PJ's avid on basketball, so it deviates pretty well. Mm-hmm. But for myself, you know, as today, the episode was recorded today, I passed my certification test for personal training. So it feels good to say that I'm officially certified at what I do. And now it's just to go get a job in what I want to do. I've already got an apartment here in Northern Virginia, so it's only up from here.
It's up. Keep going. Keep thriving. It's going to all work out. You're going to see it. It's in the works already. Victory is ahead of you. Keep going. Keep running to it. Don't stop. Grip on it.
Same for you. Same for you as well. But our next episode is going to be continuing our small business series. We're bringing Jon The Barber.
That was my barber, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we're getting Jon. We're getting Jon on. He's gonna talk to us about barbering. And you know, basically, we did it before with Justin, but now we're doing it with Jon. So you know, it doesn't hurt to have another barber. Everybody does something different. Everybody has different cutting styles. So just tune in for the next one, and so forth. We got more exciting episodes coming. New live, new series, Music Central. Stay tuned for that. It's all coming together. I definitely look forward to all. But anything else you want to tell the people, Chari, before we close out?
Just follow me on Instagram, y'all. Follow me ItsChaBeauty. ItsChaBeauty. Follow me. Show some love. I'll show love back. Yeah, more to come.
And if you don't remember that, as always, anytime we have guests, the link, a bio, anything they have is definitely in the description of the video. So you can always just go down there, see it right there. You can see how to spell it, type it in Instagram, whatever search bar you need to, and find what you need. But otherwise, as always, this is your host, Iris, signing off, and see y'all soon.
Bye. Thank you.